love in the midst of war. Tonight's award-winning movie stars Michael Caine and Brendan Fraser in The Quiet American at 9:05. First on BBC Two, remembering a much-loved icon.
I first met John Inman when we both took our places behind the tills of Grace Brothers department store in Are You Being Served? That was in 1972, and over the next fantastic 12 years he became a good friend as well as a wonderful colleague. He was a warm, generous man who'll be sadly missed, and of course he'll always be remembered for the part he made his own, the camp and lovable Mr. Humphreys, with that catchphrase.
Are you free, Mr. Humphrey?
I'm free, Mr. Lucas. I'm free, Captain Peacock. I'm free.
I'm free.
I'm free. I'm free.
Are you free, Mr. Humphreys?
I'm free.
Odd thing about I'm free is everyone says, oh, it's John Inman's catchphrase, but every single character on the shop floor said, I'm free.
Mr. Humphreys, are you free? I'm free.
How it got attached to John, I don't quite know.
I do remember one occasion when John said to me, do you realise that I haven't said I'm free for about 4 episodes? So, Johnny, we're going to say it this week, aren't you?
I'm free.
John was born in 1935 in Preston. He always wanted to be an actor and was only 13 when he made his stage debut in Blackpool. Appropriately, a young John did actually work in a men's outfitters, but determined to become an actor, he got a job as a scenic artist in order to get his equity card. Early TV appearances and theatre work helped John develop his gift for comedy, but it wasn't until he was 40 that he got his big break in Are You Being Served? Mr. Humphreys was one of the classic comedy creations of British television, but it was the warmth and affection that John brought to the part that made Wilberforce Claiborne Humphreys such a fond favourite with audiences in the UK and around the world.
Like a clock, Mr. Humphrey.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Oh, you cannot see the join at all.
I think what helped John was that he was small and sort of pocket-sized, dainty, swift, almost balletic movements, wonderful dancer.
Now my legs have gone on strike.
He said, what I did to get the walk, that special walk, he said, you clench your buttocks, and you just clench your buttocks, hold your buttocks very tight, and that's how he got that walk, which made it his own, you know.
He put in all sorts of little things himself. I mean, if he was going to take an inside leg, and it was a cold day, he'd breathe on the end of the tape measure first.
Hang on a minute. What's going on? I'm warming the end a bit.
I always think of Mr. Humphreys as the human embodiment of the doily.
I don't think there's any doubt that Mr. Humphreys was gay. And I think that the fact that it was always slid over, slid round, slid on top of, was delicious.
I was blowing up my air bed, and it takes puff after puff after puff.
Can I help anybody?
I believe in the early 70s, some of the gay community did actually take offence to his character. We had no intention of causing offence to anybody.
In the 70s and the 80s, in a way, to be gay, you had to be kind of a big screaming puff. Now, we've realised that being gay means that you can be all sorts of man.
Oh, I was always on your side.
Oh, if you do that again, I'll be over to your side.
He'll always be an eloquent example of how you had to be and what we had to get over.
At its height, Are You Being Served had 22 million viewers, and in 1976, John was named TV Personality of the Year.
He became a star from that show, even though he'd been going for years, and he'd done theatre, and he'd done film, he'd done all sorts of things, John, but that show made him a star.
He wanted you to be as big a success as he was. And that's quite rare in comedy. Most comics just want the laugh for themselves. And he wasn't like that. He just wanted the laugh. It didn't matter who had it or where it came from.
I think John is going to be very greatly missed in the world of light entertainment. He really did have the whole business of making people laugh sewn up.
Mr. Humphreys, have you the time?
It depends what you had in mind, Captain Peter.
John's success led to other TV projects such as Take a Letter, Mr. Jones. There was also a reunion of the Grace Brothers employees in the 90s sitcom Grace and Favour.
I might pop into the village and buy a pipe. A couple of ounces of St. Bruno.
Although known for his camp creations, John was also a talented character actor.
I said to the barmaid, I said, it's 3 years since I came in here. She said, well, I'm serving as fast as I can.
The thing about John's acting was that he was an extremely skilled professional actor. But just the way it panned out, he burst onto television as Mr. Humphreys. And so a number of people, I fear, thought that that was all he could do. And I remember saying to him one day, you know, John, if I were a casting director, I would cast you as a peppery old retired major, or a devious barrister, or a shopkeeper, or anything, because you could do it. And he said, yeah, I could, but they won't let me.
But John's talents were put to good use as a wonderful pantomime dame.
His dame in pantomime was a pearl, a total pearl. I mean, the makeup applied absolutely beautifully, not like quite a lot of the other dames that you see in theatre where it's all a bit slapdash. And because he was dainty and small and a great dancer, he was just, you know, 1 in a million, irreplaceable.
The success of being a dame is not when people come out and say, wasn't John Inman clever? It's when the kids say, I love the Mother Goose. Then that's success. And what they used to come out saying that was, he was wonderful. He was a great dame, great dame.
There we are. Do you like those jelly fruits? They're nice, aren't you? You can have another one. There you are. You might as well have another.
Barry Howard was one of John's earliest co-stars. As a dame, he remembers John's skills even ran to a bit of dressmaking.
John was very clever, very inventive. He could plough into a length of fabric and say, what sort of sleeves do you want? Oh, all right, and just cut the outline.
Could you make me beautiful? I'd really like to be beautiful.
I saw his Mother Goose once here in Brighton. I remember seeing it, and then I just sent him a note afterwards and said, you know, I'm your most unlikely fan. Hello. I had a little drink with him.
Whether it was on the stage as one of the best panto dames in the business or as the nation's favourite shop assistant, John will leave fond memories of a good friend as well as hours of laughter and millions of fans.
Are you sure we're safe here?
Lower your voice.
Are you sure we're safe?
John will be remembered with love by people in our business and people outside, by Joe Public, because he brought so much fun and happiness to people's lives. He was a generous man, he was a charitable man. I loved him. I thought he was terrific.
When you were in his presence, you felt warm and caressed, and everybody who knew him just adored him.
I shall never be without him, really, because I've got all the DVDs, and I can see him anytime, I can visit him anytime I like.
Men's wear.
He can never age, because he'll be on television somewhere in the world forever. Yeah.
I'm free.
As a tribute to a wonderful man and a great friend, up next we have a classic episode of Are You Being Served? The episode called Front Page Story, when Grace Brothers decide to have an in-house magazine, and who better to be the editor than Mr. Humphreys. So stay tuned. God bless you, John.